G'day guys, how's it going? My name's AussieTash and today we're back with some more episodes of the Heritage Minutes. I've said it before, I love that these were suggested to me. I love these 1 minute clips and learning about the history of Canada. Please, if you have any more suggestions, jump onto my Discord. You'll find the link in the description down below. I love the community that we're building together. I love how we're learning together about Canada and the history of Canada. Before we get into this video, please make sure you jump on, hit that subscribe button. That would really help me out. Okay, the Heritage Minutes, episode Baldwin and Fontaine. Let's go.
For whom do you vote? McCulloch! Laissez-nous passer! Nous avons le droit de voter! Lousy rebel! Governor Sydenham said your lot ain't got no rights to nothing!
Oui, pour les bombes, ça va. Faut passer.
Non, non. Pas de violence!
Tu vas perdre donc! Tout ce n'est qu'une moquerie! Une moquerie, je te dis!
C'est le Robert Baldwin. Il veut que je me présente dans un comté d'Ontario.
Welcome to Toronto.
Monsieur Baldwin, alors c'est bien vrai, vous m'offrez un de vos comtés ici à Toronto.
Mr. Lafontaine, think of the history we'll make when a French-Canadian runs and wins in York.
And they did make history. Together, Robert Baldwin and Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine would forge the basis of responsible government in Canada.
Responsible government. I just seen that episode in the Heritage Minutes on my past video. These two men, Baldwin and Fontaine, they said no violence. We are going to vote for who takes power, for who runs the government. These two men, they set the pillars for that foundation. What a great story. Let's go to the next episode.
Molly Johnson.
In the 1850s, many Quebec families adopted Irish orphans, their parents dead of ship's fever on the Atlantic crossing.
Alors Molly, voici ton nouveau père et ta nouvelle mère. Dorénavant, tu porteras le nom fier et historique de Bélanger. Tu es maintenant une petite Canadienne, Molly.
No, we have to keep our Irish name. Mon mère me l'a dit juste avant le serment. We have to pour la mémoire de mon patrie.
Ça, monseigneur, ça me paraît tout à fait acceptable.
Quel est ton nom, mon enfant?
Johnson, Sir Molly Johnson.
Et comment t'appelles-tu, toi?
Patrick O'Neill.
Et toi?
Kathleen Ryan.
A century and a half later, many of those names still resound in Quebec.
Wow, what an incredible story. Those poor, brave children. They've lost their parents. Their one last promise to their parents was, we will keep our heritage alive. We're going to this foreign country, this foreign land, but we'll do everything we can to keep our proud Irish heritage alive. And they did. It was welcomed. It was welcomed by the church. It was welcomed by the families that were adopting the children. What a wonderful, powerful story. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Okay, Underground Railroad.
Pa should have been here by now. He's 3 hours late already. Pa ain't gonna make it! One of them slave catchers got so much help, but I just know Liza, you both made it past the border yesterday. We've all done this before.
He's our pa, he'll be here.
Come, let's pray.
No more prayers.
Liza! Liza!
Between 1840 and 1860, more than 30,000 American slaves came secretly to Canada and freedom. They called it the Underground Railroad.
Lisa!
We're free! Yes, Pa, we're in Canada!
They knew the risks they were taking. They were slaves in America and they just wanted to get out of there. They took the risk to travel from America to Canada to start a brand new life. They were afraid they mightn't make it. This poor woman was afraid that her husband was going to be captured again, possibly killed, but he made it. And Canada, they let them in. What a beautiful story. I absolutely love that story. So powerful, so compelling, just brilliant. Again, Canada, you've done it again. Another first for a brilliant, brilliant country in history.
Canada was just a few days old when 4 young men from St. John, New Brunswick, dared to challenge the French and British world champions at their own sport. In their absurd pink caps and brown suspenders, few gave them a chance against Oxford or the legendary Parisians. Their hometown had bet $100,000 and would not be disappointed. Ross, Hutton, Fulton, and Price, unbeaten for the rest of their rowing career, they'd be known worldwide as the Paris Crew.
The Paris Crew. These 4 guys, they went to Paris and they took them on and they won. They did the Stephen Bradbury. They pulled off the Stephen Bradbury. If you guys don't know who Stephen Bradbury is, he was the first Australian to ever win a gold medal at the Winter Olympics. Go onto YouTube and see how he did it. It was absolutely fantastic. In Australia here, there's a term that if you pull off something and you win something that you didn't think you were going to do, they call it the Bradbury.
Jean-Marie! Fire! The neighbor's farm is on fire. It's almost to the road. It's heading for us.
Help me get the animals out of the barn.
The fire's getting closer.
I'm on the horse.
The house is burning.
We gotta get out to the river. Get up.
Can't leave everything. Careful. Don't fall.
Come on. We have to hurry.
Hurry. There's the river. We're going to make it. I can't swim.
Yes, you can.
Hurry. Hurry.
You must get in.
I can't.
Watch out for Spark.
His hair's on fire.
Keep their hair wet.
In May 1870, fires raged along the Saguenay River for more than 150 kilometers, destroying land and lives. One family survived by dousing themselves all night against the searing heat. One family, among the thousands whose resourcefulness and courage shaped the character of this land.
Wow, they survived by floating on a tree in the river all night? That's absolutely incredible. Bushfires, they're just horrible. Obviously, you guys probably know about Australia and how we're affected by bushfires every year. 2019, just before the whole world was hit with COVID, Australia, we suffered some of the worst bushfires in the history of our country. Absolutely devastating. That was a really cool story. Everyone else, they lost everything, their lives, their houses, all gone. Yet this one family stood up and said, nope, we're going to fight, we're going to make it, and they did. Okay, last clip of this video, Jenny Trout.
Send them home. Get rid of them. Gentlemen, please.
And so, this organ, which I regret I cannot name, because of the presence of these members of the weaker sex, who, although they are married, could not possibly endure.
Get them out.
Patience, Ginny. Patience.
Get them out.
Dr. McFarlane!
Mrs. Trout.
There's no place for women in a medical school.
Get them out.
If you do not bring this classroom under control, I am going to repeat every word of this disgusting lecture to your charming wife.
Oh, there you go.
My friend Jenny Trout was not the only woman to face this kind of thing in medical school. But she would become the first woman licensed to practice medicine in Canada.
Wow, Jenny Trout, the first woman licensed to practice medicine in Canada. The first Canadian female GP. Why was the stereotype written all those hundreds of years ago that women were the weaker sex? I'm not going to get political or sexist on this. I just, it's just something I think about. That was a really, really cool story. I love the part where she said, if you don't start speaking to me with respect, I'm going to tell your wife. It's funny, we're the weaker sex, but if you go back and say, I'm going to tell on your wife, the men, they crumble. All right, that was the episode of the Heritage Minutes. I really enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like button, leave a comment, and remember to subscribe. That would really help me out. Cheers from Down Under. Take care. Bye.